Welcome to my movie review of Elvis. Today we have a guest appearance of my cat. She's being a bit clingy right now. Uh, but thinking about overall about the movie, I genuinely enjoyed this movie. I just watched this week. I held off for it. I haven't seen all of the nominees. I'm going through them. But so far, I would have to say this is my best Oscar nominee pick. Seeing Tom Hanks in a different light, the guy that plays Elvis, I don't know his name. He did great acting. This was a story I did not know anything about Elvis's life before watching this movie. So when I watched this, I was genuinely surprised. Had no idea what was going on, but it kept me captivated. Hearing the story and knowing how important this Elvis was actually to history and everything that happened, and the way they showcased it was great. Acting, like I mentioned, was amazing. Tom Hanks, seeing him in a villain light, I think was great. Maybe a little, his accent was a little too much sometimes, or he dropped it sometimes, I noticed. But I think it's fine because he was kind of the villain caricature, which made it fall. I feel like the main character who really drove this movie was Elvis himself. His acting was great. He did the way he was portrayed. You feel for the character, makes you wonder. It's just that you can't take away that that certain points of the movie where it just didn't make me wonder if this actually happened, and I do believe it did happen. It's just it's crazy. Story wise, I don't know if this is I don't know how accurate it was, but I genuinely enjoyed it. I didn't want to put my phone down watching this movie. I really liked that. Directors, the visuals were great. Hearing the songs, the way they were played, it was amazing. So overall, I'm gonna give this movie definitely a 9 out of 10. I think Kiwi agrees. I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10 because I think it was overall a great enjoy. Story, characters, everything was fun to watch. I don't want to say much because technically, if you're an Elvis fan, you know a good amount, and if you're not, I think blindly watching it was great because I had I just didn't know anything about the guy. So when I watched it, I was like, oh, that's really cool. Thank you guys. If you guys like and subscribe, I'll enjoy it. Thank you, and we'll see you in the spoiler review if you want to stick around. No. Welcome to my spoiler review of Elvis. This movie I think was, like I mentioned in my rating, was great. Overall, Tom Hanks, I don't know. I don't know how I felt about Tom Hanks playing the villain. He definitely could act it. I just felt like it was a bit too characterish. I don't know if the real guy was like that, if he talked like that, but sometimes I noticed the accent come on and off a little, it slipped from him. It's just that I thought he was an average villain. I don't think he did anything special. I didn't like the character generally, which is good. It's just that it was cool. The guy who did play Elvis, I would say, was amazing. His acting was great. He played the character to a T, I believe. And for me personally, like I said, I don't know who he is or who he was before watching the movie. It was interesting. Seeing how it was kind of crazy seeing how they showcased in the movie how women were going crazy for Elvis's jiggle. I didn't know that it was that big or that crazy, so I had to kind of look it up. I was like, did people really actually go that crazy? Was his dancing a little bit, or his grooves making women go crazy like that? And if it did, that's pretty amazing. I couldn't believe it, so I had to look it up, and apparently it was true. It was crazy. Austin Butler, that's who played Elvis. He did a great job. The other side characters, I don't think there's that many technically side characters because you're mainly focused on Tom Hanks and Austin Butler's Elvis and Colonel Tom. I feel bad for Elvis towards the end. The fact that there's technically kind of like a biopic, it's like, damn, you wish somebody from what we've seen, Elvis character is portrayed as somebody so nice, so genuine, who's trying to do his talent, but he's corrupted, and I don't blame him. He's a guy. He's tempted by one thing, and that's women. It's like, okay, I get it. That's as a guy, I'm just gonna say, I understand that, and it can be tricky, and it wasn't right, but the way he was tempted, the way everything happened, you feel bad for his wife, but it's just like the poor guy had like basically the devil managing him. And like you see that in his last 5 years, how he's stuck in this contract, which is so annoying. It's just that I think this movie really made me feel for the Elvis character, made me want to look into him, which I feel like was the purpose of this movie. So overall, it was great. I'm going to stick with my 9 out of 10 review. I want to know what you guys have to say about it. If you like and follow, subscribe, whatever it is, I really appreciate it. Thank you and have a great day. No!